This is a quote from one of the producers of Kiss's first 2 albums. And, yes, Peter may not be a great technical singer, but his soulful voice and passionate singing make him many Kiss fans' favorite vocalist. So, excluding the 1978 solo album and songs where everybody takes a verse, let's rank every Kiss song Peter sang, focusing more on the vocals and less on the song itself.
All Kiss ranked, because the world desperately needs more internet rankings.
In last place is I Finally Found My Way. To be clear, this song will be last on every list for which it qualifies, unless it's a list of the worst things to have happened to humanity, in which case it would probably be in the top 30. I kid. In fairness, the verses are actually pretty soulful and have a bit of an Otis Redding feel. But the rest of the song, especially the intro, is so schmaltzy. It sounds like a coffee commercial. It's a blatant attempt to try recapture the magic of Beth. But no magic was captured on this song. Number 10, Baby Driver. I know people like this song, but I really don't. Gene and Paul did some extensive rewrites on this to try to make it sound more like a Kiss song. There's even a demo version of Gene singing it the way he wants Peter to sing it. But the result is just an uninteresting, driving, quarter note feel over equally uninteresting lyrics about a woman in a car. Number 9, Getaway. This is Ace's most straightforward Kiss composition. I like this song, but there's not a lot of space in between lines. It pretty much goes right from one to the next. And Peter's at his best when he's allowed to let loose and improvise. We get a taste of that at the end when he can do the Peter scream about having to get away, get away, get away. But his vocals don't really pop on the rest of the song. Number 8, Mainline. Peter threatened to quit the band if he couldn't sing this one. It was probably an empty threat, but I'm glad he did, because his raspy voice works well for the song. The verses sound a bit like he's going through the motions. He doesn't have his usual passion here, although I love the way his voice sounds on the chorus with the harmonies from the other members. Number 7, Dirty Livin'. Like Baby Driver, this song was also heavily rewritten, this time by producer Vinnie Poncia. But this time around the end result is much better. I love the production here, with all the interesting background, RR parts, throughout the song and the fantastic bridge. Even though he wasn't allowed to play on the rest of the album, Peter plays and sings well on this one. It's a fitting swan song for his original Kiss tenure. Number 6, Strange Ways. This is many people's favorite Kiss deep cut. This is a very different type of song than the standard rocking and rolling Peter song. He has said he felt a bit uncomfortable singing it. In hindsight, this would have been perfect for Ace to sing if he had the confidence. It also would have worked for Gene to sing it. However, Peter made it his, and I love the way he screams out the "set you free" and "feel some more" lines. Number 5, Beth. It seems like Kiss's highest charting single should be higher on this list. But I feel like the real beauty of this song comes from Bob Ezrin's composition and orchestration and less from Peter's singing. Especially when he sang it live, where he was, to put it kindly, pretty hit or miss.
You'll be alright.
At number 4 is Nothing to Lose. This song would probably be higher on this list if not for the fact that Peter only sings the first line of the chorus and then does some improvisational bits while the rest of the band sings the got nothing to lose parts. But, man, it really makes the song. Adding lines like these give the song the soul it needs. Number 3, Hooligan. Lyrically, this fits Peter better than any other song on this list. His grandmother used to call him a hooligan because he hung around with street gangs. And lines like, "can't even spell my name," and "dropped out of school when I was 22, charmingly allude to the fact that Peter isn't terribly well educated. But, nonetheless, at the time he was a millionaire in one of the biggest rock groups in the world. Peter sings the hell out of this song and he sounds like he's having a blast singing it. That's why this one ranks so high. Before we get to the top 2, let's take a break to learn a new word. As we do, will you please take a second to consider liking and subscribing to All Kiss Ranked? Thanks. Number 2, Hard Luck Woman. Paul wrote this song for Rod Stewart, but Rod didn't want it. So, Peter convinced Paul to let him sing it by saying, and I quote, "Hey, fucko, how about me? Fuck Rod Stewart, I'll sing the shit out of it." The result is what is arguably Kiss's best ballad. The entire last minute is just Peter improvising. "I'm just packing my bags, whoa, leaving you." It's awesome. At the number 1 spot is Black Diamond. Having Paul sing the quiet part in the intro and then letting Peter rip was a genius move. The contrast really makes the song. If you have any doubt about how awesome this is, just listen to how Peter sings. There's nothing that you can do, at the end of the second verse on Alive. And how cool is it to have the drummer sing the big finale number before he goes up in the sky amid bombs going off? That's it. Hope you enjoyed this list. Please like and subscribe for more Kiss Top 10 lists. And I'd love to hear your order in the comments below. Bye.